everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-generate WordPress travel guides. So let's suppose I'm a travel blogger and I want to increase my online presence. For that, I regularly want to post on WordPress. Now doing this manually is a very time-consuming task, so I'm completely going to automate this process. And to do this automation, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Sheets, AI agent. Here I'm going to use my AI agent as OpenAI and then WordPress. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I'm going to add a new topic in my Google Sheet spreadsheet, the article or the blog will be automatically generated with the help of OpenAI and it will be automatically created as a post on my WordPress. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process of this workflow, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to build an AI agent to auto-generate WordPress travel guide. For this, I have created an automation workflow with the help of Pabbly Connect, where I have built connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress. And now let's check this automation workflow once, whether it is working fine or not. For this, I'm going to open my Google Sheets spreadsheet and I'm going to add a topic ID and a title, and if a blog travel guide is automatically created on this title and posted on WordPress, then this means this automation workflow is working fine. So here in my title I have entered Tokyo, Japan, and a content or an article or a blog should be generated on the same title. So I'm going to open my WordPress and I'm going to refresh this page once. Let's wait for the response, and here we can see that instantly and in no time this post has been created. I'm going to click on this view and here we can see Tokyo, Japan, travel guide to Tokyo, Japan. We have this introduction, top 5 tourist attraction, then we have the local food, then we have the budget, luxury, best time to visit, 3 travel tips for first time visitors. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to use an AI agent to auto-generate WordPress travel guides. For this, we are going to create automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. Now after browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see 2 options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on this sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now if you want to create a new folder, you simply need to click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to build an AI agent to auto-generate WordPress travel guides, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created, and here I'm going to select this as AI agent and then click on create. So here workflow created successfully. As soon as I've clicked on create, 2 boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, an action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to build an AI agent to auto-generate WordPress travel guides, which means I am going to add a topic in my Google Sheets and the WordPress travel guide should be automatically generated with the help of AI agent. Now this means trigger says when this happens. When I'm going to add a new topic or a new title in my Google Sheets spreadsheet, the blog should be automatically created with the help of OpenAI and then it should be automatically created as a post on my WordPress. So here in my trigger application, I'm going to take Google Sheets and then in my action application, I will be taking OpenAI OpenAI and then WordPress. So here in my trigger application, let's quickly take Google Sheets. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new or updated spreadsheet row. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets, for which a webhook URL is provided to me, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, we are going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Sheets. So this is my Google Sheets spreadsheet by the name Travel Blogs. I have created 3 fields: topic ID, title and content. Now I have created this column if I want to add the generated content over here. If you do not want to add this, you can remove this. Now here what I'm going to do, I have to build the connection between this spreadsheet and my workflow. But first let me add some title in this. So here I am going to enter my topic ID as 1 and the title as Paris, France. Now I want to generate content or the travel guide on this particular title. So I need to send this to my Pabbly Connect workflow so that it can process this data, and the travel guide should be automatically generated with the help of AI agent. Now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to build the connection between the workflow and my Google Sheets spreadsheet. For that I'm going to click on this extensions, go to add-ons and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me, where I need to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks, and it is showing installed because I have already installed this on my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you install this following the same process. Now here, after that you install this Pabbly Connect webhooks, it will start appearing over here. Now you have to click on this initial setup. So this box has appeared in front of me where I need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. Now this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and I'm going to paste that webhook URL over here. Next I need to enter the trigger column. So the trigger column is the final data entry column or the last column in which I'm going to add this data. Now here in the spreadsheet, my final data entry column is column B. So I'm going to enter this as column B. Trigger column is the last column, is the final data entry column. Now here I'm not going to write column C because I want to add the generated content in this column. Instead of adding this C, I have added this B because this is my final data entry column. I'm not going to enter any data in this column. I'm going to add the generated content in this column. So here my final data entry column is column B. I hope this is very clear to you. After adding the webhook URL and the trigger column, I'm simply going to click on this send test. So you will see that the test data sent successfully. This data has been sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and now to make the setup configuration, I'm going to click on this submit. If I scroll down, I can see setup configured successfully, which means we have successfully added the webhook URL which we were provided in Pabbly Connect workflow here in this particular spreadsheet. And now we have to follow a very important step. We have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks and then click on the send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. If we do not click on the send on event, the data which we add in future will be missed because it won't be sent to Pabbly Connect and the content will not be generated if the data is not sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. So here, this is a very important step. Now here we are done with this setup. Pabbly Connect should capture this response. Now let's open my Pabbly Connect, and here I can see that I have received the response. The trigger column was column B, spreadsheet name was Travel Blogs, the title was Paris, France. Now as soon as I've received the response, we can see the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets, that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to add a new title in this Google Sheets spreadsheet, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever I'm going to add a new title in this Google Sheets spreadsheet, I want AI agent to generate WordPress travel guides. So here what I'm going to do in my action application, I'm going to take my AI agent as OpenAI with the help of which I'm going to generate this blog. And then in my action event, I'm simply going to select this as ChatGPT and then click on this connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the API token. Following the help desk given below, I'm going to enter this token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink given in this help desk, and I have landed towards this page of API keys. Now to create a new API token, we simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to name this, so the name is testing. The project will be default project and the permissions will be all, and now I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided, which we need to copy and simply paste that over here. As I have an existing connection, I've created this connection multiple times, so I'm going to select existing connection and then go with the save. So here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter these details, which is AI model and the prompt. In this drop down, I have my AI model, which is GPT-4o mini. If you do not find your AI model, simply toggle this button on off mapping, remove this AI model and enter your own AI model. Here I have my AI model, so I've selected that. Next, I need to enter the prompt. So I'm going to give this OpenAI a prompt in a way that I'm going to give the title, and you have to generate a travel guide on that title. So I'm going to write my prompt as, so here I have written write a detailed travel guide for, I'm going to enter the title which I have entered in my Google Sheet spreadsheet. Because we are not going to enter this manually, I have left this field blank. Include a brief introduction about the city, top 5 tourist attractions, 3 best local foods to try, recommend accommodation, best time to visit, and 3 travel tips for first-time visitors. Write in friendly and informative tone. Now I am going to enter this title. Here we are not going to enter this manually. Instead, we are going to use a method called mapping, which means we are going to enter the data from the previous response. Now here I have received the response from Google Sheets, and when I click on this field, I can see this Google Sheets. When I click on this, I can see all the response which we have received from there. Here I need to enter this title, so I have mapped this title from here. Over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now that I have entered this detail, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. Travel guide to Paris, France. Introduction. Welcome to Paris, the city of light. We have received the introduction, the top 5 tourist attraction, and then we have received the 3 best local foods to try. And then we have received the recommended accommodation. We have received the budget, then the mid-range. We have received the luxury, the best time to visit, 3 travel tips for first-time visitors, and then we have received the conclusion. Now here I have received all the details which I wanted to add to my travel guide, and I'm going to post this directly to my WordPress. If you want to add this to your Google Sheets or save as a draft, you can do that. I'm going to directly post this to WordPress. So in my action application, I've selected as WordPress, and then in my action event, I've selected this as create a post and then click on this connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter these details. Let's enter the base URL first. So I'm going to open my WordPress, and on the top in this URL, I can see this pay2wall.com/WP3. So till WP3, I need to copy and paste this in my workflow. This is the base URL which I've copied. Now I need to enter my login credentials, which is WordPress password and the email address. I'm going to enter that. And after entering these details, I'm simply going to click on this save. So here WordPress is connected, and now I need to enter these details. So the first one is post type. I'm going to select my post type as posts. I'm going to enter the post title. So here I'm going to enter the post title as Paris, France. Then I'm going to enter the post content which I have generated with the help of OpenAI. I'm going to map this. The slug excerpt are not required fields, so I'm going to skip this. The status remain publish. The category ID tags are not required fields, so I'm going to skip this. The featured media ID. Now, if I'm going to enter any of the featured ID from this drop down, it will become static and it will keep posting on all of my blogs. So I'm going to turn on this mapping button, remove this media ID, and I'm going to keep this blank. In the format, I'm going to select this standard, ping status and comment status is open. I selected the author ID and these fields are not required ones, so I'm going to skip this. Here we have mapped all the required details and now I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request and let's wait for the response. So here I have received the response. I'm going to open my WordPress and let's check whether the post has been created or not. For that, on the left hand side where I can see this post option, I'm going to click on this all posts. And then here I can see that a post has been created by the name Paris, France. I'm going to click on this view. And here we can see a post has been created and automatically posted on my WordPress. So now to summarize, we took Google Sheets as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We entered the data in my Google Sheets and captured that response here in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted OpenAI to generate travel guide for us. So we took OpenAI, we generated the travel guide and we posted that to my WordPress as a post. So this is how this automation workflow is going to run. And here we have successfully created automation between Google Sheets, OpenAI and WordPress with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.